Hello, thank you for tuning into this week's reads. For the main part of the reads, I'm going to be using the Thelema tarot deck. I feel like there's another way to say it, I just don't remember it. There's a website at the bottom if it focuses. Feel free to check that out. I think if I can get a little closer, loscarabeo.com. Hopefully I didn't misspell that. It's right there on the screen. So use whatever it says there on the screen, use that if you want to find this. Supportive Oracle Cards. Spellcasting Oracle Cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lisbeth. There are their full names, and on the back here are some websites for them. Feel free to freeze frame and check out whatever's interesting to you. The last one is She Who Is Art. That one always pops out to me. In fact, maybe if I get that a little closer, you can see them a little better. And of course, I use dice. So, where does it show it there? There's a website. It's from Amazon. They're metal dice, and I use the 20, the 12, and the 4. I use the 4 for the elements, the 12 for the minor arcana, and the 20 for the major arcana, which obviously leaves out 21, but still, that's the one I use. All right. And on to your reading. Hello, Libra. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. This read is valid for whenever you come to it. That being said, let's see what we have for Libra. Okay, that's a wonderful start. And it looks like it might continue to be so, which is good. Okay. You've already done the work. You got 3 aces here. I just realized that. Swords, Pentacles, and Cups. You've already done the work. You've already set the framework. You've already set the plan in motion. What's coming next you've already done the work. I keep getting you've already done the work. At this point, I feel like you have to sit back and watch it continue to play out. There's going to be slow adjustments going forward, but it's more like kind of quietly directing. It's almost like if you're thinking of like a baby, for whatever reason, and they're kind of, they're in the living room doing what they do. Before they even get to the point where they could kind of meander into the kitchen, you just kind of block it off, And you don't want them going to the kitchen, but they can go play with these other toys. So you just kind of make it easier for them to go towards where the other toys are, or you put the other toys in the path they're already going. That's the type of directing I feel going on here. It's very subtle, very easy. It doesn't seem like there's a lot to do. Judgment is definitely in your favor. I feel like this is one of those moments where you feel like it literally went the way you wanted it to. I feel like that doesn't happen very often. This is one of those times where it's going literally where you want it to. Good, cool, wonderful. Does that mean everybody's happy? No. No, it doesn't. You got the Devil half in, half out. The 10 of Swords half in, half out. There's people still working towards alternative means here. There's definitely people here who are still going their own direction and not willing to let go and help the situation thrive. That's a them problem. In this situation, I feel like what they're saying is kind of, it may not be always the right move, but once in a great while, it's better just to step back and let people sputter and spin their tires and just wear themselves out until they start thinking about what it is they're really doing. Just step back and let them work it out on their own, because they need to kind of work out some energy. They got to tire themselves out and get to the point where they're like, I can't do this anymore, before they're going to start looking at other directions and start thinking about other ways to do things. I really feel like it's another level of stepping back in the sense of like not giving advice or not trying to help. This might be one of those antithesis people. I don't think that's the right way to say that. You say left, they go right. This might be one of those. Or you give them advice and they don't do anything. Oh, the fact that you want me to do anything, for Libra, I'm not doing anything. Not doing anything. I keep looking at this heart thinking it's a V. I think that's why I almost said Virgo. You might be dealing with a Virgo. Doesn't mean you have to be. You could easily be dealing with the Earth sign, is what I'm also getting. They got if you are, they have to decide on their own terms when they're going to change and when they're going to do things differently. That's its own thing. Keep going where you want to go and helping the people who want to go with you go with you. Those people who don't want to, just pull back and let them wear themselves down is what I keep getting. The longer you can do that, the easier this will be for you. Because what you have coming in next is the other ace, the Ace of Cups. But I get like you just got to watch it play out. Again, there's some directing. I feel like it's very just like, it's not that hard. It's long game planning, very easy. It doesn't seem, compared to what you've been through with this situation, it's very easy. Let's do that. I think that's how I would say it. Don't try to help people who don't want to be helped. There's going to be this moment here where you're going to feel like things are changing, but is it worth it? Because half the people here are still holding back. That's okay. What they say do not try to help them move forward. Do not try to help them find their temple path. Temple path, right? The temple path. It's ironic, but I feel like the more you try to help, the more they resist. The more they just go, no, 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 no. Just reminds me of like a 2-year-old. No matter what you say, they're just going to do the complete opposite. And if they figure out that you're trying to do it the opposite way, like, all right, I want them to go right, so I'm going to tell them to go left, and then they'll go right. But once they figure it out, then they're going to be like, oh, you're going to want me to go right if you say left. But then if you figure out that I figured that out, you know what, I'm just going to go backwards. They're going to go a different direction. It's going to be one of those things. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but I'm getting like, let it be, let it kind of simmer down, and it's all, how to make this more go your way and to be more effortless and more enjoyable. 10 of Pentacles, half in, half out, and the Magician, half in, half out. Other people, there are other people in this situation that are already partially on board. And I do feel like this is a compatible energy with you because you got the Two of Cups and you got the Ace of Wands with the appreciation. These are people who are fairly nice to you. Depending on your situation, I say fairly nice because I feel like you might be able to look at these people and it's kind of like, oh, hopefully they're nice to me today. Sometimes they're nice to you, maybe not all the time. But I feel like these are the people who are mostly nice to you, maybe not all the time, but mostly, you want to empower them to move forward. You want to empower them to make their choices. You don't want to tell them what choice to make. You just want it to be the easiest choice to make, the one that you want them to make. I don't know what to tell you. So it's like, it's kind of like if you want a kid, like you're hungry and like we have broccoli quiche here now. If you want to wait an hour, I can make this. Or if you're going to wait till like tonight, maybe we can do something different. They're like, well, I'm hungry now. Well, if you want to eat now, I can do this. Otherwise, I have to make something. It's going to take about an hour. It's up to you. Okay, I want to eat now. I'll eat the broccoli quiche. Technically, that's healthy, right? Maybe not. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. Just make it the easiest choice. Do they have to choose what you want them to choose? No. But, it's the easiest choice for them to go the way you want them to go. It does seem very manipulative to me, but I don't know. It's still a choice. The fact that it's the easiest one, I really don't think that's I don't think that's bad. I just don't think that's bad. Your outcome. I don't know why I'm nervous about it, but I am. Tower card, half in, half out. And then the Ace of Wands reversed. Okay. There will be a period where you have to wait for the people who don't want to go to catch up. This is why they're saying let them tire themselves out. That time period where you have to have patience is shorter if you let themselves wear out. It's not like set in stone how long it's going to be, but it's shorter. Okay? You got to wait for them. I just feel like it's one of those things we got to wait for. We got to let themselves wear themselves out. half of the people are going to move forward, or it's just going to make it harder for the people who didn't want to change, because for some reason I feel like they have to do double or triple work to keep things the way they want them to be, which makes it much harder for them. And I just feel like they get bored of that fairly quick. It just becomes too burdensome, too heavy. It becomes a situation where they're putting in 3 times the effort and getting a third of that energy back. Like it's like paying $3 for something and then getting a dollar worth back of what you get. Like I'm paying $3 for a dollar's worth of macaroni and cheese, for example. And I feel like they're going to get sick of that pretty quickly. As long as you, especially if you step back and you don't direct it, you just let them figure it out on their own. You let them work it out on their own. Even if you feel like it's obvious, and if you point that out, I just feel like they're gonna like aim at you like you're the bad guy. You're like, oh sure, Libra, that's what you want me to think. No, that's the truth. But they're just gonna kind of weaponize it against you. You don't want that to happen. Just step back, let them wear themselves out. When they're ready and they're looking to move forward, they might move forward in a funny way, and like other people might have already moved forward, and there are other people they're already more friendly with, and those people they're more friendly with might help pull them forward where everybody else is up to speed. I would let that happen if you can. It's just the easier way to do it. And I feel like Libra's okay with that. As long as it gets done right and correctly in the long run, I feel like you'll be fine. That's the advice for this one, though. I feel like that's kind of it's almost like you're going to want to help people. You're going to want to step in there and like help things move forward. It's counterintuitive to step back and to not be a part of it. But they're saying, of course, you're going to watch. Because you're going to watch. You're going to see what's happening. Keep your ears open. Keep your eyes open. Feel out the situation, of course. But the more you can do a hands-off thing, then you let these people figure it out for themselves, the easier it not only is for you, but for the other people around the situation, too. That's how this situation works. I don't know about going forward, just to be fair, but for this situation, this could be the easiest way to do it. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.